Do you guys want to get more hits like this to make your opponent rage quit every single game? Well, you guys came to the right spot. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys all the best hitting settings, all the best hitting tips, and every single thing that will make you guys an elite hitter in MLB The Show 24. And make sure you guys stay to the end. At the end of the video, I have a huge announcement that everyone should love. Let's just say it's going to help you make some stubs. If you guys need anything grinded on MLB The Show 24, I have the perfect team for you guys. Just hit me up on any of my social medias. If you guys need a flawless BR, team affinity, programs, literally anything on MLB, just hit me up. All my social medias are down below if you guys are interested. Okay, so the first thing you guys need is good settings. Here are the best settings in my opinion. This is what I use. I use zone hitting interface. And then I use PCI center on none, PCI inner on none, and then PCI outer on reverb. Now the PCI settings right here aren't super necessary. Just make sure you guys have zone hitting. It's all about what makes you the most confident. This is what I use. There's a lot of different people that use a lot of different PCIs. Maybe mess with it and see what you guys like. Okay, so next up is hitting view. Make sure you guys have a good hitting view. This is very, very important. I personally use strike zone. You guys can pretty much use any of the strike zones. Strike zone 1, 2, strike zone high, strike zone 3, any of those are all very good options. Choose whichever you guys like, go into practice and see what you guys hit the best with. I also mix it in sometimes I'll use strike zone 3, but 9 times out of 10 I'm using strike zone. Alright, so this is what you guys want to do every single time you guys hop on. Before you guys play any game, go down and go over to custom practices. This is what will make you guys an elite hitter before you guys even play. So what you guys want to do is go ahead and choose the All-Stars. The reason I do this is because I play Diamond Dynasty and I want to go up against the best pitchers and also use the best hitters. So this is what I do. Okay, so before we talk strategies, before we talk actual in-game what to do, this is what I do before I get on pretty much every single day. You guys want to go to practice type, pick batting, and you guys can choose any batter you guys want. I'm going to use Corey Seager just so I can do lefty versus righty. I call this the four corners. You guys can choose where the ball is placed when Strider is pitching. So if I choose these four corners, every single pitch that I get is either going to be in one of these four corners. It will not be in the middle. It will not be outside the zone. It will only be in these four corners. And let's say you guys struggle with off speed, you guys can do off speed only. You guys can do fastballs only. Whatever you guys want, you guys could change. Okay, so what I do personally is I put my PCI anchor in the middle just so I'm equally distanced to any part of the zone. I can go to the right quick, the left quick, bottom, or bottom right quick. So I'll go a little more in depth on my PCI placement a little bit later in the video, but essentially for the practice, I'll just sit in here for like 10 minutes before I actually play a game and just get my timing down. This really helps me. These four corners really help me hit outside balls, inside, down, up, whatever it is. It really just helps me get my timing, my aiming, and all that down. It's a perfect thing to do before you guys get into a game. It really helps me out. Okay, so now that we got all that out of the way, let's talk about approach. I mean, this clip is a perfect example. Look at the count, 3-1, and he throws a meatball right down the middle. So having an approach is a huge part of MLB, but it's not everything. Obviously, you have to still hit good and still be able to time the ball up. But essentially what I will do is I will try my best not to swing unless he gives me a meatball. I feel like a lot of people in MLB have the trouble with just swinging at everything and just trying to hit a home run for every single pitch you see. That's not what you guys want to do. You guys want to wait for your pitch, let the pitcher get tired, and really try to work the count every single game. Sometimes even for me is I won't even swing the bat until I get a strike. That is a very good approach that I use a lot of times when I'm struggling. I will not swing the bat until I get a strike. So if you guys are struggling hitting the ball or getting good pitches to score up, that is something I would recommend is waiting to get a strike. That will put a lot of pressure on the pitcher, and what will happen is, let's say you guys don't swing the bat for like 3 different hitters for the first pitch. Eventually, your opponent's going to realize that and just throw you a meatball for one of your pitches for the first strike. So that's tip number 1. Patience. Be ready for your pitch. Whatever pitch you like, be ready for it, but just have patience. Don't swing at everything. Right here is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. 2 balls, 1 strike. I had a pitch I could kind of hit, but no, I like this meatball, high and inside, drive it real easy, and walk it off. 1-0 walk-off in the 3rd inning. We love to see it. Okay, so now for PCI. For me, I'm very used to having my PCI in the middle. I think that is the most advanced spot you should have it. Some people have it more up top. Some people have it more down low. I think having your PCI in the middle of the plate is probably what most professional MLB players do, but something I used to do when I was more new to the game, or something I'll do when I just cannot track a ball properly, is I'll put my PCI right where the pitcher releases the ball and follow it with my PCI. I will follow the ball from the exit of the pitcher's hand all the way down to wherever I hit it or wherever I take the ball. That used to help me out a ton with tracking the ball. Now I like this better, the middle, but that is something I used to do all the time. I would put my PCI up there and just track the ball and hit. Okay, so a comment I get a lot of the time is, what button do I use to hit? I use normal swing. The only time I ever switch that up is sometimes I will use contact swing. If, like, right here, for example, I'm 0-2, about to get struck out, there's a runner on base, I just need contact. Sometimes I will use contact swing just to make contact on the ball and not strike out. But 9 times out of 10, I'm using normal swing. I think normal is the best. All these clips are using normal swing, so that's what I use. Okay, so now let's talk about PCI placement. I should have probably talked about that earlier. Like, actually, where do you hit the ball with the PCI? Where do I want to hit the ball? Do I want to hit it above the ball? Do I want to hit it directly on the ball? If you guys are watching, most of these clips, I'm hitting under the ball. Pretty much 90% of these clips, I'm always under the ball. If you guys are having trouble hitting perfect line outs or perfect grounders, that is why. You guys are not getting under the ball. You guys can get under the ball a ton and hit a early, hit a late, and you will still get a home run just because you were under the ball. So with that being said, try to get under the ball. Don't overdo it and pop it up, but just try to get under the ball a little bit, and you guys will hit a lot more home runs. The launch angle will go up, and you guys will get a lot more home runs. Okay, so speaking of launch angle, what a lot of people do not utilize is the launch angle on the bottom left. Why is that there? That is there so you guys can hit more home runs and realize what you guys need, what angle do you guys want for a home run. So what you guys are looking for is anywhere from a 20% launch angle to a 30-35%. The higher percentage, the harder you have to hit. So if you're getting like 35-40, you're really gonna have to hit it really hard. But if you guys have like a 25-30 degree launch angle, you guys can really hit the ball like 90-95 miles an hour and it'll go out. It'll drag and go out. So if you guys ever wondered why you guys aren't hitting home runs with like your perfect and it's a pretty good line drive, but it's just not going over the fence, or you guys are hitting the ball really hard and it's just not going over, that is why. Launch angle is king. Make sure you guys have good launch angle and really practice on being able to lift the ball. Okay, so watching this clip is a perfect transition to the next topic. Timing is everything as well. Timing is probably the most important thing out of every tip in today's video. Timing is everything. You guys can have horrible PCI placement, horrible launch angle, but if you guys have good timing, it can still go over. And on the flip side, you guys can have perfect launch angle, perfect PCI placement, but if you're early or late, it may not go anywhere but foul. So timing is everything. So if you guys have an inside pitch, you guys want to be a little bit early, and if you guys have an outside pitch, you guys want to be a little bit late. I see a lot of people complaining like, oh, I got a good release hit, I got a good timing hit, but it didn't give me a home run or a good contact, whatever the case is. It's because you're not going with the pitch. If the pitch is inside, you guys have to be a little bit early. And if the pitch is outside, you guys have to be a little bit late. 9 times out of 10, if you guys are slightly early on an inside fastball, it's a home run every single time. And the same thing with like an outside changeup or outside off-speed pitch. If you guys are a little bit late on that, it's going over the left field, or right field, I guess, if you're a righty. So those are all my tips. I think if you guys follow all these tips, you guys will become a very good hitter. Just know it's going to take a lot of practice. I would really recommend sitting in that practice and really swing the bat a lot. It's all about repetition. You're never going to get good if you only play the game for like an hour. You've really got to play the game a lot to get good at hitting. It's really hard. Alright, I told you guys I have a big announcement at the end of the video, and here it is. We are bringing back the MLB Discord. This is a perfect place to get some stubs, tips, or anything in between. We have a bunch of professional players in here, a bunch of bums, and everything in between. I love this place the best because it really is perfect for roster updates and any like stub making methods. There's a lot of people in here that know what they're doing, and we are starting it back up for the MLB 24 season. I'll leave a link to the Discord down below. Come on in, say what's up. We're slowly getting it back active again for the MLB 24 season. So yeah, come in, get some cool tips on making stubs, some cool methods, and hey, maybe make some new friends that play MLB. It's a win-win for all of us. And that is it for today's video. I appreciate you guys so much for watching to the very end. Comment home run mamba if you guys made it to the very end, just so I know who the true loyals are. I appreciate you if you made it to the very end. And yeah, as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the Discord or on one of my social medias. Make sure you guys follow me up. All my socials will be down below. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.